Welcome to the newsroom, live on TV 360 Nigeria. I am ANETA, FELIX. The Nigerian army says its troops have repelled a Boko Haram attack in Yobe State. The army says the attempted invasion was at Kagako, about 41 kilometers north of Buniyadi in Yobe. Extra forces have been deployed to the area to avert another attack. In Abuja, the Nigerian police is insisting an invasion of the residence of Deputy Senate President EKWEREMADU is just a burglary and not an assassination attempt. Police spokesman Jim Mashood says further interrogation of one of the suspects shows he was not even armed with a firearm during the robbery attempt. Mashood also says the suspect confessed he did not know the house belonged to the Deputy Senate President. At least 47 people have been killed in Zimbabwe when two buses collided outside the small town of Rusape in the east of the country. One of the buses swerved into oncoming traffic while trying to overtake a haulage lorry, an eyewitness told the local media. 2 children were among those killed, while 7 others were injured. Prosecutors at the trial of the Rwandan political activist Diane Rwigara have asked for a 22-year prison sentence. The critic of President Paul Kagame, who tried to run for president last year, denied charges of inciting insurrection and forging documents. In the court in the capital, Kigali, she stood by her assertion that Rwanda's economy was mainly controlled by a governing party elite, and she argued that the trial was meant to kill her off politically. In West Africa now, some of the 78 school children abducted in Cameroon have been reunited with their parents in the northwest town of Bamenda. The students were dropped off at the church on Tuesday, 2 days after being seized. There is still some confusion over who had kidnapped them. Police in the U.S. are responding to reports of a shooting at a bar in Thousand Oaks, California. At least 6 people, including 1 officer, were injured in the shooting in Borderline Bar and Grill at about 23:20 local time. It is not yet clear if anyone died. Police say they are still working to get the situation under control. And the United States President Donald Trump has fired Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Trump had criticized his top law official for months over mainly his refusal to oversee the investigation into alleged Russian meddling in favor of Trump's election in 2016. Sessions' Chief of Staff Matthew Whitaker, who had criticized the inquiry, will take over temporarily. In sports, Nigeria faced an anxious wait to discover the extent of Odionigalu's hamstring injury after the forward was stretchered off in Wednesday's Chinese Super League clash. This means he is likely to miss a trip to FMB Stadium on November 17 and the friendly 3 days later. Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho has justified his decision to turn to Juventus support following a fine 2-1 comeback victory for the Red Devils in Turin. The manager reveled in jeers of the cheering crowd at the final whistle, but pointed out that he was given a rough reception throughout the match. And that's it on the newsroom at this time. Do join us again at 3 p.m. West African time for more. Thanks for watching.